Sincere men and women are asking, is time running out for our world? If so, when? Honest souls everywhere are opening the Holy Bible to see if there is anything there about the future and the end of this world. On all the roads leading to a city, there are signboards telling us how near we are to the city. As we travel along, we read the signs 50 miles, 40 miles, 30 miles, and so on. It is the same way the events that are occurring is showing us that we are truly in the end time. Welcome to another eye-opening hope. Today we'll be looking at the topic, signs of the end of the world. But thou, O Daniel, shut up the words and seal the book, even to the time of the end. Many shall run to and fro, and knowledge shall be increased. Daniel 12 verse 4. This Bible text alone proves that we are living in the end time. People have been moving to and fro throughout the centuries, but never like in the 20th and 21st century. Imagine this, 48,000 flights come into the United States of America every single day. So people is traveling now more than ever before. Knowledge has also increased a lot, according to Daniel 12 verse 4. In 1825, George Stephenson created the railway train. In 1876, Alexander Graham Bell invented the telephone. In 1895, Mercedes-Benz gave the world first car. In 1903, Avril Awila Bright gave the world the first aircraft. In 1925, John Logie Baird gave the world the first television. And from those time until now, we have been experiencing the increase of knowledge through the devices we are using now, and even the way we move to and fro from place to place. In the year 1945, William Ripley, a well-known news commentator, stood amid the ruins of the devastated city of Hiroshima, Japan. From that shattered metropolis came these words, "I stand on the spot where the end of the world began." The dropping of the atomic bomb was a world-shattering event. Man suddenly found himself living in a different age. The late John F. Kennedy stated, "We live in the most dangerous time in the history of the human race." Jesus Christ also tells us when we are getting near to the end of the world, according to Matthew chapter 24 and many other books of the Bible. For as we compare his warning signals with the current state of the world, it is clear that we are living in the end time, believe it or not. Matthew chapter 24 break it down like this. Sign number 1, deception. For many shall come in my name, saying, I am Christ, and shall deceive many. Matthew 24 verse 5. So the first thing Jesus wants us to do is to look out for deception in all its forms, but more so in his word. For frauds, hoaxes, and deceit is more or less the trend of the day. Husbands and their wives cheat each other. Parents deceive children. Siblings cheat each other. People do not even know which day is the Sabbath, as they have been deceived by false teachers. Some even have claimed to be Jesus Christ, who has come back, working miracles, signs, and wonders. But we know definitely that these are signs and wonders of the enemy. Sign number 2, wars and rumors of wars. And ye shall hear of wars and rumors of wars. See that ye be not troubled, for all these things must come to pass, but the end is not yet. Matthew 24 verse 6. Every year of the 20th century has been marked with either war or civil strife. The Second World Wars have been fought in the first half of the century. Fear of nuclear destruction has dominated the last half of the centuries. There would be weapons that would destroy the world according to Mark 13:20, Revelation 6:8, and Revelation 9:18. Incredibly, this prophecy was written in the days of spears and arrows, yet today it is true. It is estimated that the combined nuclear arsenals of the USA, North Korea, Russia, and China could kill every living thing on earth 6 times and over. Sign number 3, nation against nation, famines, pestilences, and earthquake. For nation shall rise against nation, and kingdom against kingdom, and there shall be famines and pestilences and earthquakes in diverse places. Matthew 24 verse 7. Record shows that for years on end we have seen many a nation against nation. In 1998 to 2004 in Congo alone, 3.8 million people died, mostly from starvation and disease. Diseases once conquered are now resisting traditional antibiotic therapy. Today, nearly every disease organism known to medicine has become resistant at least one antibiotic, and several are immune to many more. HIV/AIDS, TB, measles, malaria, MRSA, cholera, pneumonia, bird flu, mad cow disease, mad pig disease, CDIFF, ESBL, E. coli, also the headlines on swine flu outbreak, earthquakes. And the last half of the 20th century, there have been more large earthquakes than the total number of earthquakes that were recorded for the entire 19th centuries. 45% of the most destructive earthquakes on record, 50,000 plus deaths happened in the 20th century. Numerous earthquakes are recorded daily, even up to this very moment that I am speaking. Sign number 4, hatred. All these are the beginning of sorrows. Then shall they deliver you up to be afflicted, and shall kill you, and ye shall be hated of all nations for my name's sake. Matthew 24 verse 8 and 9. Hatred is rampant everywhere, in families, workplaces, neighborhoods, nation, etc. But people is now hating even Christians because they are pointing out their sins and pointing them to Jesus the Savior. The latest annual figures from the Southern Poverty Law Center SPLC found that there is a sharp rise in the number of hate groups operating today. Sign number 5, offense and betrayal. And then shall many be offended, and shall betray one another, and shall hate one another. Matthew 24 verse 10. Doesn't it happen anywhere and everywhere, between husband and wives, parents and children, friends, siblings, other members of family, etc.? But now it is more rampant everywhere you go. Sign number 6, the rise of false prophets. And many false prophets shall rise, and shall deceive many. Matthew 24 verse 11. Since lately they have created the Lucifer Church, and many preachers are saying they have been called to preach the gospel, but their belief and practices are not in line with the teaching of the Bible. There are over 100,000 witches in the USA alone. The Bible states witchcraft, spiritualism, and miracles worker will increase all over the world. Iniquity and sin. Matthew 24 verse 9. Have you noticed the trends? Pornography on the internet and television beyond comprehension, divorce, mass murder, neglect of the aged, abuse of women and even babies, drug addicts, crimes, prostitution, homosexuality, lesbianism, adultery, assassinations, video and CDs, movies too horrible to mention. Appalled society have come upon us with rapid fire. Sign number 7, heartlessness. And because iniquity shall abound, the love of many shall wax cold. Matthew 24 verse 12. Men today have no regards for the life of themselves, much less for the lives of others. Many people around the globe are too busy even to spend time with families, not to mention God. Discard rules amongst husband and wife, sibling, parent and child. Many have little time for God, others have no time, while some others don't believe that God exists. Furthermore, some Christians do what the world does, not adhering to the admonitions and examples of the Bible. They just attend church and think it is enough for salvation. And men are so heartless that they even use the gun to take the life of a newborn baby without feeling any kind of remorse. Sign number 8. The preaching of the gospel in all the world. But he that shall endure unto the end, the same shall be saved. And this gospel of the kingdom shall preach in all the world for a witness unto all nations, and then shall the end come. Matthew 24 verse 14. The entire Bible has been translated into 392 languages. The Testaments into 1012 languages, and portions of the Bible into 883 languages. The everlasting gospel is being broadcast in 62 languages and heard on all continents. Only few places is left to be reached with the gospel. Then Jesus will put in his appearance, and when these things begin to come to pass, then look up and lift up your heads, for your redemption draweth nigh. Luke 21:28. Behold, I come quickly. Hold that fast which thou hast, that no man take thy crown. Revelation 3:11. And my reward is with me, to give every man according as his work shall be. Revelation 22 verse 12. It was once more another eye-opening hope. Thank you for watching. Peace.